Hello and welcome back to the podcast. Today we're going to be reviewing all the finals, all the fights, all the news. Yes, we're back with another regular programmed podcast. So
And
let's
trivia.
get right on into it. Okay, hold
You
on.
really have to.
So
Yeah.
I did the intro.
Start.
This comes next. There we go.
Oh man!
Oh, the game
put that in-
off the refs.
Yep, there we
Don't
go.
put
Got
that
the
in
Messi
front of
jersey
Aaron.
on. I'm ready for the podcast today, boys.
Argentina paid off the refs.
No, that
no.
was the fairest refing out of the whole.
No,
The
Did you not see that
whole.
goal? That
Dude,
I think it was
the
Neymar
whole
scored, and they
Copa
called it
America.
offside.
Hold up. Okay, everybody, let's have a civilized debate here.
Okay.
Debate
Copa America,
style. 2
what
minutes
a
for each.
final.
That was all Neymar, and then they did
Okay,
Argentina
okay,
randomly
everybody
paid the
took their
refs.
turn.
You
know what?
What?
There was no paying the refs. It was so fair.
Did
The
you
whole
see?
time.
Did you see
I
at
can't help that
halftime?
Neymar's flopping.
Did you see at halftime when it said 10 to 11 fouls? He was doing it, calling it pretty even. He was taking no crap when he saw like Neymar fall or Richarlison, like when he saw him like obviously dive, he went and just
That
did
game
that.
was so rigged.
Neymar flopped
insanely
like the whole
rigged.
game.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna try to
It was a game, and
You know what? He just who's the Di Maria just does a little like chip shot
yeah. Hold
right
on.
into the net.
Think about it this way. So coming into this game, I'm thinking, Brazil's gonna win 1-0. Okay, we'll see. We get into the game. We get into the game. My keys to success for Argentina: take them out of their game, keep possession of the ball. What did they do? Kept Brazil out of their game, kept possession of the ball, frustrated the heck out of Neymar and Richarlison, Jesus. Anybody who came on was frustrated.
The
And
thing
then-
about that too is they were going for really hard tackles.
Yeah.
Really hard tackles. And sometimes they were purposely not even going for the ball. They were going to take those fouls just like frustrate him even more and take him even more out of it.
So
It was so insane.
there's one thing I disliked about this whole Copa America thing, and that was when they cut. You know how they have the benches talk, like the thing in the studio talking about the game and stuff. The one girl goes, "Oh, Messi didn't really do anything. He wasn't really a star in this game." All of a sudden, I was like, and then it cuts back to the announcers, and the announcers got this correct. When did you have you ever seen Messi defend ever? No. What did he do in Copa America? He actually made a tackle. This man actually played defense. He played defense in this game. That was
That was so rigged.
No, it was not.
No.
Dude.
Did you see the long goal? It was not on offsides, and they called it. I think it was like Neymar or
It was
someone.
offsides. They
No,
literally
it wasn't.
showed the offsides. It
Then
was
the Argentina
offsides.
goal was offside. The Argentina
was
goal was offside. He was like this, and then he just flicked it over the goalie. That was so offsides.
No, it was not.
No.
They showed both of the ball being kicked and all the lines, and Richarlison was offsides. And
You can
Di
go
Maria,
back and watch.
perfect, beautiful run behind the defense.
Yep.
Beautiful touch, chip shot it right over the goalie.
I hate this
Messi
segment.
finally gets his final win after
Messi.
a whole career of 9 losses in finals. Gets the one win that he they deserve this win. Because I can't remember, number 4, I can't remember his name, was literally bleeding at the ankle.
Oh yeah, I saw him. I saw him.
You want to talk about a team giving blood, sweat, and tears to win a final? Just watch Argentina. Just watch Argentina.
That was so rigged.
Dude. Dude.
You can't. That's not even an argument anymore.
It's not an argument anymore. Just, that was
the other
beautiful
cup final.
defense.
And I saw a quote from Messi He was back. I forget. It was one of the championships he played with Argentina, like the last one. I think it was like 2016. It might have been
2014 is
Copa
when
America.
2014 is when they went to the World Cup and the championship and lost.
Yeah, but I think it was like something in 2016. I think, and he was like, "I'm done with the national team. I tried, I couldn't do it. Blah blah. It's over for me here." And what does he do in the next tournament he plays with Argentina? He wins it.
It wasn't
Yeah.
the next tournament
But
because
it
he
wasn't-
played the World Cup.
Shut up, Aaron. In the one of the next.
To be freakishly honest with you, props to the Argentinian team. What a game. Beautiful game to start out the big weekend with. Beautiful. And then we
Now,
head
I have
to
something
a
else.
penalty kick final for Italy and
Hold up.
England.
Oh, this
But-
was good. I
hold
love
on.
that.
Just
final.
hold on.
going back to Copa America.
Yes.
Messi had the most goals
Yes.
or top scorer and most assists, and he was named player of the tournament.
Yes. Well deserved.
Yep.
Di Maria finishing it off for the Argentinians. Beautiful final win. Give them the props.
Can
Yeah,
I talk
you know,
about the European?
it just the beautiful
We'll get
heart
to that in a
all
minute.
This is
all
what-
these Argentinians had when you watch that game. You could feel it. And I think FS1 or Fox, I like Fox a little bit better than ESPN
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
you know what
The
they
wiener
did?
By a long
They-
shot. Yep.
Oh,
I
they
definitely
literally
like FS1.
let it play out like all the celebrations and everything. They didn't talk they talked at the right moments. So like at points where it was like slowing down, the celebration was slowing down, and then when it started picking back up again, they started going quiet and waited and let the celebration do itself. But beautiful.
Well, it's not
celebration.
just that for me. I don't know their names, which is kind of like,
Oh, the
apologize
announcer's
for
name.
that,
Oh yeah,
but-
the announcers were.
yes, but they're
They're
top
good.
tier. I think they're
Yeah.
probably the best ones. I always like watching the MLS games and whatever games they have
Yeah.
at FS1 because I think the announcers,
The announcers do
Probably
very
the
well
best.
with it
yes,
because they you can tell they enjoy
at least
the game
Fox
of soccer.
Sports.
They
know a
enjoy the
lot.
game of soccer. They talk about it. They love it, and then they get into the game
Can
as
you
you go
see
because
me?
you could tell they were
Yep.
even in this game. They were like
Can you see
Mhm.
me?
for the ride. Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can
can
still
see you.
You're
The
frozen.
computer's glitching out.
Oh boy, we might lose Aaron. Watch out.
And he's frozen.
Oh, he's gone. Okay, so well, moving
Darn.
on to the next final: England versus Italy. That just
Anyway, we could
happened
turn off this
actually.
video. Yes, we
Um,
might be the first people to give our reactions on this.
You know, this
We officially crashed.
we didn't. We're not the first people, but
Oh no,
this
double
game-
Aaron.
this game was how do I say
I
this?
can say, I can't hear.
Beautifully started England right off the start.
Can't
did what
hear.
Okay, we're waiting for Aaron to hear real quick. Do. Okay, we can hear. Okay, so England Italy final. This final was set out like this. Started like 5 to 8 minutes. Started a half. England. That was it. That was the whole game.
2 minutes
England
and 13
had
seconds.
those
They
first
scored.
5 to 8 minutes, and then Italy. Just Italy. And the Shirelli, I can't exactly say his name. The 36-year-old center back for Italy to tie the game up at 1-1 apiece. And then we saw the disastrous managing of England.
By England.
Oh.
I mean, they had the chance. It seems like
Okay. So who
they
did I
just
say they could
kind of
put?
ruined it.
Okay. So here's my thought. You get into overtime. You have the option to put in 2 guys that are very good attackers. You got Rashford and you got Sancho on the bench. You got Rashford and Sancho on the bench. Well, what are you thinking? Okay, let's get some fresh legs on here. Let's try to attack some more here versus Italy. Let's try to get the win. And now we're frozen here. You go there and you put them in at the start of overtime instead of at at the end of overtime. Now, what this man does is Phil Foden's still on the bench, so he's an option still. You have the option of Jack Grealish to put him in earlier. And then you put in Henderson and then resub him out. Henderson was actually getting on a roll. Like, he got subbed in and then got subbed back out. I was like, really? That was, yeah, it was. And then to have Sancho and Rashford, which are very good penalty takers, very good under pressure, very good, get the adrenaline pumping, good under pressure, get into the game, go. Well, you bring them on a minute before the penalties. What do you think's going to happen? They going to make those penalties under that much pressure coming on like right off after not being in the game? No, they miss them like you thought.
Yep.
Because they don't.
3 in a row.
Oh, and Aaron's back.
We're back.
And I think it was just a poor managing decision that lost it for England at the end. And to put the youngest kid on the team for England to take the last penalty and rely on his shoulders right away, it just made for a crapshoot of a penalty shootout for England.
Well, and you know that's going to weigh on him too.
Yeah,
that's going to weigh on him a lot too.
Like, I feel so sorry for Saka because I mean you had Jack Grealish who could take a penalty kick, which I think would have been a better option to go and take the last kick because he's an older player. He can be under that pressure. If he needs to make it, he needs to make it. He understands if it doesn't go in, it's not going to be in the end of the world. Like, and I know Saka probably knows that it's not the end of the world, but you also got to think at like losing a final because of that penalty kick, it's got to weigh on him a little.
Especially when you're a younger player with not much experience.
He was 19 or 20 years old. I cannot.
Yeah.
Did you? That one goal before where England's goalie saved it, that was a beauty.
Yeah.
It's kind of a risk, though.
It's a risk.
By him because, like, you make the kick at the end, like, confidence boost.
Yeah.
Or, like,
but if you miss it.
But,
up or down,
But the thing is my just thought is don't put the youngest kid on the team on the last penalty. I mean, I would understand if you put him actually first because I think Harry Kane would have done better to end it, not to start it. Like, I understand where they were going with Harry Kane, but maybe get like a Maguire in there because Maguire sank it into the upper top right-hand corner and not like Maguire started out, have Saka, Sancho, Rashford, and then have Jack Grealish at the end of that to kind of tie it off. Or just have Harry Kane end it, have Jack Grealish in the middle instead of one of the two, or just put the two on earlier so they could get in a roll before that so they could make those penalty kicks. And
there's really two ways you can really go about penalty kicks. You can put all your best guys up early and like try and get, you make them in, confidence of the other team goes down, it's kind of like get off to a roll early, or you can bring your home run hitters at the end. Try and we're going to cap it off at the end. Let's, bring it home strong.
But
we're going to lose. We're going to lose at the end with our best guys.
I think also the manager really kind of messed up today just due to the fact that you get Sancho and Rashford on in a minute and they get like maybe 1 minute of play and their legs aren't warmed up. They're not in the game enough to like get that adrenaline pumping, get that like high, like, okay, let's do this thing. They're more like, get on. Okay, now I have to take this kick. Crap, I have to take this kick. And which utterly ends up to 2 missed penalties and to pretty much probably the loss of the final.
Mm-hmm.
And just I would say a bad manager decision. But we got to also realize Dormamana in goal.
Yeah, the Italy goalie.
Beast, my guy. Tall, young, probably like, I believe he's like 21, 22 years old. Do you see how tall that man is?
That's the guy to get in FIFA too. Like.
Yeah, he's a young player. He's good. He's sure of himself, which is good. Really gives him confidence after this final win here. So definitely big. But yeah, Italy, props off to them. Their 2 center backs all of a sudden just The one dude came out of nowhere, the 36-year-old came out of nowhere and really shorted up after a 50-year drought, not winning the Euros. Handed off to Italy, my guys. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Any thoughts from you guys?
Italy.
For me,
Let me go
Go
first.
on.
So Italy, they did do really good. That first 3 minutes in that game, England just took them, scored that really early goal, and then when we got to penalties, England's goalie saved them at that last kick by.
Pickford did save him a couple times, yes.
And then the next kick by England, and the young guy, he blew it.
I do have to respectfully
for
say,
me,
I forgot one thing.
okay.
I do have to say that England did kind of shoot themselves in the foot a little bit because they started off like go, go, go for the first like couple minutes, and then they sat back for like 88, like almost all the rest. And then in the overtime, they're like, oh crap, maybe we should have been playing. That was kind of that's what kind of I saw too with England.
Okay. So for me, I think the beautiful thing about penalties is that it just brings out the best.
Yes.
It's just who can shine the best under the pressure. You have one kick into the back of the net to give your team the victory. Can you do it, or can you make the save? And some will argue that like it's not like in the actual game, so it's not as good. But
no,
I think
it's worse. It's worse. I've taken a penalty kick. It's worse, even in high school.
And I think, it's just, and the fact that in the championship we got blessed to see this.
Yeah.
I think this is like a true way to like they were like so close together. I mean, score wise, probably not play wise. But yeah, the penalties decided again, and like you said, the youngest player on, little inexperienced. Maybe he's good, but I think you'd be right with going with that older guy.
I do have to respectfully say the 36-year-old, oh man, his penalty kicks, he literally walks up to that ball. This man could stand at the ball and shoot it in the net, and I would be sure he would know it would go in every single time for Italy. Because I mean, this man went up, took the shot, missed Pickford by a little bit, and I mean, I know it probably wasn't the best shot because Pickford guessed right, but this man just was like the nonchalant manner, like the shoulders are kind of like this, relaxed, walking up to the ball, and then just puts this dinky little ball right over Pickford, like nothing to it. That's just the epitome of a veteran that knows what he's doing. And then Harry Kane had a beautiful shot. And you could have also went with Sterling. That's the fact of the matter is that you have guys that were playing the whole game that could have got the job done for you, England, but you didn't put them in the thing. And I mean, two coming on, I understand the two coming on taking it, but you got to put them in early. And plus, you had Sterling, you had Grealish, you had Kane, you had Maguire, you had Mount. You could have put Mount in there too. There's like 5 guys right there that could have taken all the penalties.
Yeah, all 5.
All 5. And it would have been veterans that have played before and have been under pressure and know what it's got to take to get that ball in the back of the net. And I think
and the crazy thing is that could have made like all the difference. Yeah. It's really just like a what if game at this point. Yeah. Like, what if they would have done?
I don't care about a what if game. I'm just saying that's how they lost right there. That's kind of how they lost. But since we're gonna go from a pretty big defeat to another big defeat, the UFC, Conor McGregor has a broken leg now. Did you hear about that?
Isn't it a broken foot?
Yeah.
No, it's a broken.
Did you see the
ankle,
picture?
Sorry,
Did you?
Ankle.
Holy crap! The picture
I went
is
and
so
watched
bad.
the fight over again.
Debate. Hold up. Is this better or worse than Dak Prescott? Which one is worse?
I'm asking you.
So Dak Prescott is not as worse as Conor McGregor because Conor McGregor with this, his career is kind of done.
Yeah.
As a top elite fighter.
And that's a question to pose later after we get our reactions out of the way. Like, will we ever see him fight again? But
we will see him fight again.
We're gonna get really.
It's just he's not going to be a top target anymore because Dustin Poirier put him away. Dustin Poirier came in, won the title, came in, finished him off, and was done. You could tell Conor McGregor did the exact same thing he did in the second fight and expected it to be easy. And
Okay.
Now,
but I
the
mean,
drama with this behind this is I heard Jake Paul's now calling him out and Logan's calling him out.
And Logan Paul, Jake Paul's, they're just, they could both fight him and they'd still both lose.
See,
Logan Paul just calls him out just to have fun.
Because Jake Paul, they think they're funny, they think they're cool, and they're like, oh, well, I was going to offer you like $150 million to fight me or something. Now it's going to be $23. Yeah. And like Logan Paul's like crazy how some guy can go to stardom to like nothing in a matter of minutes. It's like, but just imagine if he comes back and he's like able to fight again on like the big stages. Just like what a comeback story that could be.
I mean, Conor McGregor's Conor McGregor.
Because he's got to like work his way up again.
And I think we could possibly see in the next few years, maybe he actually starts doing it. But I think this is probably a good way to go out, though. I think this is probably the best way for him to go out. Kind of like it's the end of an era. Like Conor McGregor was good, and you got to give him props when he was good. But now that you kind of can tell his career is kind of coming to an end now. It's kind of the fight game's over for him. Like, I shouldn't say fight game because I don't want to quote Jake Paul. Sorry. But like the fighting aspect of it, I think is going to be soon over for him, just due to the fact that I think he's got enough money now. He doesn't really need to do too much. I mean, he can probably pick 1 or 2 fights here and there. But I think, matter of factly, that I just think now that he's kind of lost his top elite status, I don't think he really wants. I don't think he's gonna. It's not gonna be as good.
Okay.
For him to get I think top fights, it's gonna be harder.
Mm-hmm. But I think he's gonna want to go out on his own terms. Yeah. He seems like one of those guys who wants to like come back, go out on his own terms, like not let this be like the end of him.
I'm not saying this is an end, but I'm saying I would say like a couple more fights and he starts showing some improvement, start kicking some butt again. But I think he hits like another big fight to end it, just like a big fight, hits it, goes out on a bang, and I think that's the way he should do it.
What a way to leave, though. Just like beat up Jake Paul, walk out, and be done. How epic would that be? Come on, please, let it happen.
Imagine. See, here's my thing about Jake Paul. And I don't want a lot of people to take the wrong way, but my thing about Jake Paul is I want him to start fighting actual boxers.
He's fighting one in August.
This is a UFC fighter that's been off for 4 years. His prime was back 5 years ago. And I mean, it's a step up from Mr. Ben Askren. Mr. Askren.
That was just everybody knows who was going to win that one.
But respectfully, stop going after UFC guys. Go after boxing guys. Start fighting them. Like, I mean, I would understand if you pick the easier boxers. I get you then. Like, pick the easier boxers. I don't care. You're picking actual boxers that's in your sport. Like actual fighters that'll fight you in your sport so you can get better. Instead of fighting UFC guys that have to train for everything and train to go 1-2 punch, but that sets up the takedown onto the ground to wrestle them to finish off the KO or the or just the grapple at the end for the quit or tap out. So respectfully, that's kind of my thoughts on this Jake Paul thing is do your fight, Jake Paul. Shut up about Conor McGregor unless you want to actually fight UFC versus him. Like you actually want to do mixed martial arts, fight him that way. Unless you do that, you cannot talk smack about Conor McGregor if it's not boxing. That's kind of my thought.
Mm-hmm.
Though, I mean, I see what he's doing. He's trying to get the fight going, but I just don't see it happening. I think Conor McGregor's going to be like, yep, thanks. I don't really care. Bye. Because that's what he did the last time. Because remember when he's like, "Hey, I got a $50 million contract," and Conor McGregor's like, I kind of like the way that they're doing it. They're bringing some eyes to the sport. They're doing some good for it a little bit. I understand their game and everything, but whatever. It's kind of That's kind of how I think about
Yeah.
it. Um,
It
and
is pretty much everything.
Logan Paul,
Oh.
you lost the
He's better than Jake Paul, but
he's better than Jake Paul
as a person,
yes, as a person, as a fighter, not so much. I don't know.
no.
To be respectful, I think Floyd Mayweather kicked your butt. To be honest, he kicked your butt. I don't care
It
if
was
you went. I
fake.
don't
Yeah.
care if you got knocked out. Let's just say he
Yeah.
didn't get knocked out at that point. Let's just say anything.
Yeah.
Let's leave no hypotheticals left. But he kicked your butt. You were hugging him for the whole match. You can go after Mike Tyson all you want, but I would just want Mike Tyson to just knock you out in a
He's
couple.
not a fighter. Logan Paul's not a fighter.
Yeah, he isn't. He keeps his hands down. He doesn't have a guard up like you know how Floyd Mayweather was protecting himself compared to Logan Paul there. Logan Paul was throwing these slappy punches as
Yeah, he was just
Floyd
going like,
Mayweather. Poof, poof.
Yep.
But yeah, I think after that review of, I think we need to get off this subject because I'm tired of hearing
can
it.
we go trivia?
That's my thoughts. Let's go on to trivia. I want to hear some of these things.
So I actually
go.
prepared this time.
Oh boy.
'Cause
Here we go.
Adam
He's
Phillips-
prepared with trivia questions.
So there are like stupid questions in here. I'm not gonna lie. So the first question: what NFL player
Should be fun.
returned a fumble 66 yards to the wrong end zone?
Oh,
Deion
that's
Sanders.
gotta hurt.
Delta O'Neal, Jim Marshall, Leon Lett.
I want to say
Who's the second one again?
Second one, I think it's like Delta O'Neal. I can't really. What'd you
Deontay
say,
O'Neal.
Nick?
Okay, say it's not Deion Sanders. I can tell you that for
What'd you
sure.
say,
I know.
Nick?
I'm
What-
thinking
what's
it's the
the last
O'Neal.
two?
I'm thinking it's O'Neal.
Last two.
Marshall and
Jim
I think
Marshall and Leon Lett. I think
Leon Lett.
how you pronounce.
I'm thinking it's O'Neal. I'm leaning
I'm
towards
gonna
O'Neal
go
here.
Leon Lett.
Both of you
Leon
are
Lett.
both of you are incorrect. It is
Marshall.
It's probably Marshall.
Jim Marshall.
Yeah. Okay. Dang it.
Now for the second question:
Player
what
I've never heard of,
country
but-
was the first to win? What country won the first World Cup? Argentina, Switzerland, Brazil, Uruguay.
Argentina, Switzerland, Brazil, Uruguay.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go with Brazil.
Yeah,
Nick?
Brazil, but I don't. I'm gonna go with Brazil due to the fact that I think they won it because I think they won 4 with Pele then too.
I'm just gonna go with Brazil because I'm pretty sure they've always been like a powerhouse.
You guys are incorrect. It is Uruguay.
Oh.
Uruguay. Oh,
Yeah, well, see, the problem is like the 5 came around like the Pele years, so it's very tough to tell when like Brazil like won it because they had like the years, but they have the team almost like every year, but they never get to it. If you know what I'm saying.
The next question: which of the following NFL coaches has the best playoff record? Barry Switzer, Bill Belichick, Chuck Noll, or Jimmy Johnson?
Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
okay. It's between Belichick and Johnson.
I think it's Johnson.
Jimmy.
I-
Best playoff record.
Yeah, best playoff record. That's the problem though. It's playoff record.
I'm gonna go with Belichick because he's been in it so many times. But Jimmy Johnson with the Cowboys in all his like great years, it might have been him. But like I don't think he was around long enough like Belichick was.
Can
So
I
I'm gonna
say,
go Belichick.
Adam, you're both wrong. You're wrong on both. It's not Belichick or Jimmy Johnson.
Okay. Who are the
It's
other
O'Neal.
options?
No, it's the
Switzer
Chuck
or
Noll.
Noll?
It's Chuck Noll.
Fine, we'll go Chuck Noll.
I'm going Chuck Noll.
You guys are still both incorrect.
Why are
It's
you-
Ryan Switzer.
Who is it?
Switzer.
I've never heard of him before.
I know,
I
right?
What team?
literally have
What
heard
team?
of every other one.
What team?
I literally can't even. I don't know.
He has no idea.
Please spell the name out.
Barrywitzer.
BARRY. What now?
Switzer.
SWITZER.
SW.
Hey, this is what this thing says.
Oh, so you didn't make them yourself?
Think of myself. Nick, what's happening?
Hold on a second here.
I don't love the different
Here, we're gonna
sports
get some
tricks.
stats up here real quick. I'll answer this question. He is the head coach. He was
Holy crap! He only has a 5-2
Dallas
record.
Cowboy head coach.
Oh, it's
for
going by
3
average. He has a
seasons.
5-2 record in playoffs.
Oh.
Oh, it's winning percentage.
Oh
that
my
good to
gosh,
know.
that would have been great to know.
What the thing says, like.
Thank you. He
I
literally
bet you
played
Bill
in
Belichick
7
and all
games.
those other ones actually had a better record because this man only went to the playoffs 3 times.
Yeah.
With the Cowboys after coming
Well,
from
listen.
Oklahoma Sooners.
Okay.
I'm
We're
like,
just
That's why
gonna
we've
jump
never
on
heard
into
of
the
him.
next question.
That's why we never heard of him.
What NFL player debuted as a professional wrestler in 2004? Junior Seau, Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis, or Mike Ditka?
Mike Ditka.
What's the second one?
Brian Urlacher.
I'm gonna say Urlacher.
One of you is incorrect, and one of you
It's not
is correct.
It's not Lewis, and
Adam,
it's not
don't change your
Seau.
answer because you're correct. You're correct. It is Urlacher.
Brian Urlacher. Let's go. So technically, I'm winning though right now, right?
Yeah.
Next question. Who was the first rookie QB to surpass 3,500 passing yards and throw fewer than 5 interceptions? Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, or Big Ben?
Big Ben. I'm going to go Big Ben because he had an insane rookie year. I know that.
Yeah, because I don't see Dak Prescott. I don't see doing it. Tom Brady was on the bench for a few years, on the first few years in his rookie season and everything. His breakout season was around the 3rd year, and the other two
Who's the other one? Cam Newton.
The one that kind of points
Tom
out.
Brady.
Wait, what were the other options?
Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, and then Big Ben.
No, not Carson Wentz.
It's either Ben or it's either Ben or Dak because I know Dak had a pretty good rookie season, but I'm gonna go with Ben.
I'm thinking it's Ben.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ben.
Adam, you should have went with Dak.
It was really Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott was probably only good his rookie season.
All right. Okay, next question.
I mean, that's how he rose.
Yeah.
To start.
What was the first sport televised in the U.S.? Tennis, golf, baseball, rugby.
Baseball.
Yeah, we know right away. Come on, it better be baseball.
It is 2-1. You guys are correct.
Well, I mean, that was kind of an easy one because baseball was America's game, you know.
But rugby was
yeah. Mexico has boxing.
Who was the only college football player to win the Heisman twice? Jay Bergner. I can't even pronounce his name. Earl Campbell, O.J. Simpson, or Archie Griffin?
Archie Griffin?
Let's go O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson.
Nick,
Griffin?
it is 2-2.
Yes! Let's go!
Oh, my.
It was Archie Griffin.
Comeback's real.
How many questions left?
3.
3 questions left to win it. Okay.
What sport uses a broom? Slam ball, wakeboarding, curling, or sailing?
Curling. That's easy.
What are you going?
It's curling.
Yeah.
That's the easiest one. Yeah.
Come on.
Who was the first NHL goalie to score a goal? Billy Smith, Patrick Wall, Dominic Hasek, Ron Hextall.
Say them again.
Billy Smith, Patrick Wall, Dominic Haxton, and Ron Hextall.
Ron Hextall is the Penguins GM right now. That'd be crazy.
I'm thinking it's Wall.
Who is the Smith guy?
Billy Smith.
It's Wall.
I would have said like Mike Smith.
Before we get the answer, we're gonna have to leave and come back, and then we'll have a little bit of an intermission before we get this answer.
I know my answer. I have my answer.
Okay.
Okay, let me just end the eating real quick. Okay, so I said Patrick Wall before the break. You said?
I think Dominic Hasek scored a goal, so I'm gonna go Dominic Hasek with the Buffalo Sabres.
Fantastic, but you both are incorrect. It's Billy Smith.
Oh my gosh. Really? I know Mike Smith has scored like 1,500 of them or something stupid like that.
Wow. We're really bad at this.
We have one more question.
Oh boy.
And this is the stupidest question.
It's the golf.
How many dimples does the average golf ball have? 215, 336, 622, or 999?
236.
Just say him again.
215, 336, 632, or 999?
632.
Nick?
332. Three, whatever the three was.
It was 336. And boys, we have a winner. The winner is Nick.
Yes! Yes! Get in there! Let's go! The comeback's real! The comeback is real!
All of the answers were like so high. Like a golf ball's only this small, right?
Oh yeah. I thought it was 230 something for a second. I was like, no, the 300 sounds better. Let's go.
Wow. The first really good trivia segment.
Oh jeez. Well,
we gotta have more stupid things like that. Speaking of Dominic Hasek and hockey, I mean,
oh boy,
got some hockey, right?
Oh yeah, Tampa Bay Lightning.
The Tampa Bay Lightning have cheated their way to the Stanley Cup champion. I mean, I really wanted to see Carey Price lift it. I really wanted to.
Who in the Steelman predicted Lightning would win the championship?
Yeah. I guess we all have a knack for predicting, since the Steelmen have predicted like the score of like everything. We predicted the Wimbledon finals today.
We got Italy right.
Yes, we got Italy right. England and Denmark. We got the score of the England and Italy game right.
No,
2-1. That's
2-1.
what our Twitter account said. 2-1 Italy.
Uh-huh. We got Italy.
And we predicted Wimbledon right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Djokovic.
That'll be next.
You know, there's good. Yeah.
Well, okay, so we have back-to-backs. Which one is more impressive? The Penguins 16-17 or Tampa Bay 2021?
Penguins, because there was like almost
because in 2015-16 we were at the bottom of the we were in the bottom of the league. We fired our coach.
The Lightning last year had to go through that whole bubble thing in the playoffs after having that little layaway. Yeah. So everyone was like rusty, I guess.
Yeah. They were at Stamkos too.
I don't think that like that's an actual like real cup, I'd say, because I don't think they had like the salary cap stuff or what. I probably lean more towards the Pens just because of like how this year went.
Yeah.
With all their salary cap stuff, because like when you have that quality of players,
you can't. There's no
it's not as impressive as a team that's like that. Like you're doing the same, with less quality. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Not that the Penguins are a worse team, but like if this Tampa Bay Lightning team played against the 2017 Penguins team, it'd be close.
Lightning team would win.
Lightning would probably win because of like
the sheer amount of players they have.
Yes.
Like.
But the question is, which is more impressive? I'm gonna go with the
Penguins because they had two.
Just because, like the journey,
we were at the bottom.
They had harder opponents the way through because I mean, they had San Jose Sharks, which were on their level, and who was the other one?
Predators.
Nashville.
Nashville Predators.
Well, I'd argue that the hardest series were like in between that second round
like
versus
the Capitals
both years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ottawa.
Ottawa, yeah, that was a
don't
nasty one.
Not to take
The
away
only
from
hard
Tampa Bay
series
Lightning.
Lightning had was against the Islanders.
Yeah.
It's the only one where their backs were against the wall.
Yeah.
And now looking back, I probably would have wanted the Islanders to go,
I know. Yeah.
But
Nah.
and it has to beg the question, like, would it have been different if it was Vegas and Tampa?
Yeah.
I think it would have.
It would have been a little bit different, I think. I think it would have been
it would have been a
closer.
little closer just because of how like Vegas is structured
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well, the
Vegas
Stanley
just
Cup,
like
I
they
mean,
couldn't find any scoring against Montreal.
Price
That was why
versus-
Montreal basically won.
It was Price
Yeah.
versus Lightning. I mean, like Price, like one
Well,
person.
Price didn't always have. He didn't have like his best games of the playoff, which you need to have in the Cup final.
Yeah.
He was good, but again with that Lightning team, you need to be like, woo.
You need to
And
be
he let in like
great.
4 goals a game. I think most of them.
Money.
But again, it's like this team that they had, kind of unstoppable.
Yeah.
And I want to go like Pat Maroon. I don't think it's Patrick. Pat Maroon won 3 Stanley Cups in a row. Something Fleury almost did when he won with the Pens 2016-17, almost with Vegas in 18. But Pat Maroon won with St. Louis in 2019, Tampa in 20.
Yep.
And then Tampa again this year in 21. That's kind of crazy though.
Yeah. Respectfully,
maybe he'll make it 4 next year.
Like there was this whole buildup. Like I thought Montreal was gonna do better, but like you could just tell that like
they kind of like
Tampa Bay
flatlined.
Lightning were just just had so many better players. It was kind of ridiculous.
Well, especially like the physicality you saw in game 1. Montreal was like down and they were like, okay, we're going to send a message. We're going to bang them up. We're going to tell them this ain't going to be easy.
Yeah.
They couldn't do that. They tried. You see them. They were like bumping off the Lightning players because they're like a smaller, like they're a speedy team. They're not like a physical team.
Yeah. Which didn't
Tampa is more like skill and physicality. They'll just put your elbow on, like you'll fly into the board,
You know, to be honest,
Sometimes that's what you need.
I was not impressed with the Stanley Cup Finals.
No, yeah.
It was not like I thought it was going to be closer. I thought it was going to be good battle between both teams. Nah, just Tampa Bay Lightning was like, no, we're not going to have that at all. But hey, what are you going to do about it? You can't really do anything about it with $17 million over cap. To pretending that one dude has an injury before the season and all of a sudden gets healthy right before. Like, oh crap, now we signed all these players.
Well, the thing is, they said that they had like Kucherov was probably ready for weeks, just ready for the playoffs to start.
Yeah.
Like they had this plan for a good bit of time.
It must have, because.
And did you see Kucherov? He didn't play any of the regular season, but in his press conference, he went off.
Yeah.
And you did not see that. You wanted to get a reaction on here. And
he went off.
You'll hear it, and I cannot remember.
Was he happy or was he like mad?
It was like a celebration, but I can't remember if it was like profanity in there. Like if it's good to show, like I think I'll just show it anyway and we'll see. There might be some words, so viewer discretion is advised.
Well, we have some words on our channel, so.
Yeah. So as I find
you
it
guys don't know
here,
what I'm talking about, the hockey on AA Productions, hockey players.
Here, we'll get my reaction here.
I can't see it. Oh, wait, you're not playing it.
I'll look it up.
How long is it? Just going to ask real quick. How long is the actual thing?
Probably like 30 seconds was the clip I was going to show.
Okay, let's see if this has it. No, that's junk.
Here, I got it right here.
Okay.
So it's about a minute long, so we'll just watch and we'll get your reactions. Hopefully you can hear. I'll ask if I can share my screen real quick.
There also is a share sound button if you can click that while you're at it.
I think he's drinking.
I do not have the share sound button.
Okay, then.
So just, hold up. It does say microphone on. So let me turn. that on. Here we go. Okay, so I think you can hear
we
it.
have Nikita Kucherov. Media, please raise your hand if you have a question. We'll start with Joe Smith, the Athletic.
Joe, let's hear it.
Just
Let's go, buddy.
how would you describe your congratulations? How would you describe your emotions right now after doing what you guys did?
I don't know what to say. Back to back, and I couldn't sleep for 3 nights. And to be able to win this game is huge. Wasi was outstanding. MVP. I was telling him every day, Wasi, you're MVP. You're the best player. And then they gave it to whatever the guy in Vegas, the Vezina. And then last year they gave Vezina to somebody else. Number one bull. Wasi took both cups. He took MVP, and I was keep telling him he's MVP. He's the guy that he's the best. He was on his head today, and he kept us in the game. And another shout out by him, remarkable. Can't even tell more. I'm so happy I didn't want to go back to Montreal, but the fans in Montreal, come on. They acted like they won the Stanley Cup last game. Are you kidding me?
That's just disrespectful.
John Romano, Tampa Bay Times.
Their final was last series. Okay.
Just really.
So yeah, you could be happy for your team.
Yeah, you
Montreal
don't have to disrespect the whole other team.
They thought like they won it last game. Like, come on.
And if you couldn't tell, he was talking about Vasilevsky at the beginning when he was saying he's MVP, and they gave it to the Vegas guy, which was Fleury.
Fleury bet did. Yeah.
Yeah, Fleury deserved it.
Yeah, Fleury deserved it. That's kind of like, I know Vasilevsky shut out the last playoff stuff, but
yeah, that's an insane stat though. He shut out.
It's an insane stat, but I don't think it's enough to say that he's good enough for the MVP. Respectfully, I think Price should have got the MVP a little bit more too. So, 5 straight shutouts to end it. 2-0, 4-0, 2-0, 1-0, 1-0. It's an insane stat.
Look at that stat.
And to be perfectly honest with you, even though he has that stat, I don't think he repeated enough stats to get him more. Get him that MVP.
Yeah, and he didn't win the Vezina both years.
Yeah. So,
but he did win it the year before.
So it's.
So I mean, he's already won it too, but.
Yeah. So I mean, Respectfully, that was kind of.
You gotta love him drinking. No shirt too. It's just.
Yeah, well, we're from one final to the next. We got the NBA finals.
This is like championship podcast.
Oh yeah,
we got
Wimbledon's
this and Wimbledon too.
I'm going to talk about that then.
Oh yeah.
NBA.
We want to talk about NBA finals first, right?
Yep.
Giannis.
So I've been watching. No, they're down.
They're down bad.
Suns are literally just 2.
What is it, Chris Paul all the way?
Yes, yeah. Chris Paul is going to finally win his championship, which is going to be good. Suns in form.
Hold on. I have a tidbit to share with you. We are in Game 3. We are 60 to 45 Bucks right now, leading at halftime. Can they hold the lead to make it a 2-1?
So when we get off this, I will be watching. But
Bucks in 6, my guy. Bucks in 6.
The stat that ESPN showed, it was I think when a team is down 0-2 in the finals, and I could be a couple numbers off, but I think their stat was 4-31 record in winning the championship. I could be a couple off, but I think that's right around where it was at.
Yeah. let's just say that somehow they pull it off. They pull off the win. I'm kind of rooting for the Bucks to pull it back together here, but
okay. Well, what do
We'll see.
you do if you're JJ Watt? Because
I don't know.
Milwaukee is his hometown team,
Yeah.
but Phoenix is his new like team because of Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
So like, what do? Do you appease your new fans in Arizona, or do you like still go with your hometown
Or you
team?
go with it? Yeah, that's kind of
Because he was rooting for both teams throughout the whole thing.
I know.
I know.
And then you got
That's
and then you
just
get to the
kinda
final,
crazy
you're
right
just kind of
now.
like
It's not that big of a deal, but I think that's just like a funny thing
Yeah.
that happened.
magically. Oh, by the way, you have to root for both teams in the final real quick. Well, I'm kind
Just
of
imagine.
for a Bucks win, but that's just me.
Okay. And the Bucks they're on their home court tonight, so that could be
Yeah.
a reason why they are winning. Because the Suns won both games at home.
All of
Bucks
a sudden,
win.
all of a sudden, it comes down to
If Bucks
the
win
seventh
these
game.
next 2 games at home, we're talking about a whole
We're
different
tied.
series,
We're tied.
because then Bucks have the momentum going away.
They have the
Suns
momentum
gotta
going
try
into
and, like,
game 3.
regain
Maybe they
stuff.
win
Yeah.
that game 3. All of a sudden, they're ready for winning.
Maybe.
Possibly Bucks in 6. I don't know where
Possibly.
that came from. All I saw was like Bucks in 6 or something like that.
Giannis has 18 points right now.
Giannis Unacampo.
You know, Adam, do you know how tall Giannis is?
6'8", 6'9",
6'11".
6'11".
Found out an interesting stat today.
Huh.
I'll just pull up a random trivia thing. What size were Shaquille O'Neal's shoes?
I thought they were like 23.
Now, I think I heard 22.
22?
That's
I've
still
heard 23.
insane for shoes.
I've heard 23.
Okay, it's in that range. I thought it was 22. It could be 23.
I've heard 23, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
But yeah, that's
look
an
it up.
insane shoe
Oh,
size.
we got Aaron on the case looking it up here.
23 it
trivia
says. Google says 23.
So yeah, it's 23. He won trivia for the
Hey,
second time.
I won trivia, and then I get another one right.
He's just on fire. Championship podcast. We have a champion for trivia too.
Oh, it's the Messi jersey. It's the Messi jersey. Come on.
Oh my God! Take it off. Take it off.
No. We're doing this
Oh.
podcast all in Argentina. Only if I had an Italy jersey just to put over top of it.
Only. Oh my gosh! Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be
But
power.
Italy over
That'd
top
just
of
be
it.
power on.
Woo! I have the power of the jerseys.
Just imagine, just load
Okay.
up on everything.
So coming into this Euro final, just a final tidbit. I totally forgot to say this, but
Okay.
you know what the saying for England was the whole entire tournament? They said, "It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home." Yeah. Well, after Italy won, Italy goes, "It's coming to Rome. It's coming to Rome."
No.
They were like, "Bah!" And then they were like, "Okay, hold on. Let's slap you across the face by winning," and then go, "Oh yeah, by the way, it came to Rome. Backhander." Send him out of the ballpark. By the way, speaking about ballparks, I heard that there was something going on in MLB right now. There's like a draft or something. I
The
think it was
MLB
like,
draft.
I heard.
And because the Pirates are that bad, they had the first overall pick.
So let's bring up this real quick.
Okay, he's bringing up something. Now, before I get to this, the thing about the MLB draft is that you can't trade. Can't trade any draft picks.
Nice.
So it's like if you're in love with a player at the spot you have,
You can.
you kind of like have to take them. And they're like 30-something rounds. But still, with the Pirates at first overall pick, you have everybody in the draft. You select Henry Davis, who is in the top 5, of most things. But you have guys like...
Do we need a catcher?
They need everybody.
yeah, they do. That was their number 1 needed catcher.
I
So,
do
I
have
don't
to
know.
say though, his hitting and batting average is off the wall.
That's in college, though.
I know.
To see if it translates.
I
But I'm
I hope
thinking
it translates.
when you have guys like Jack Leader there, Leiter,
Yeah.
whatever his name is, you need a pitcher too.
Yeah.
Marcelo Meyer. He was arguably for me the best player in the draft.
Yeah.
Shortstop.
Yeah.
So I thought I wanted them to take him, but
What
we'll
are you-
see. Only time will tell. And you can't really if you say something bad, it could come back to bite you in the butt here.
Yeah.
But
Out
yeah,
of
his
money?
stats are insane.
His
Insane.
stats are actually
And
insane though.
yeah,
Look at
and we'll see how long
Yes,
like
his
till he gets to the
RBIs,
MLB.
84
I was literally
RBIs
just going. Like,
all
it's
three
gonna take a
seasons.
while
But
for him to get
All
to the
my
MLB.
thing is
this man
my thing
has
is
84 RBIs, let alone 21 home runs.
my thing is you could be like drafting this is like drafting Marcel Meyer
Yeah,
over Henry Davis
yeah.
is like you could maybe be getting a Mike Trout over something else. But
Yeah.
do you like it's like do you need Mike Trout? But like anybody would have like that's like drafting for
I mean,
need
to be
over for
honest,
like wants.
pretty much this is. Think
That's what
about it this
they
way.
drafted for. Basically, they drafted for need. Here's what I'm trying to say.
Here's my thing.
When they could have gotten like a Mike Trout.
Here's also
Maybe.
my thing. Though.
Only time will tell.
It's Pirates. They needed
They screw
somebody.
everything up.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, they got somebody. I mean, at this point, if they got the pitcher, the catcher, it really doesn't matter for Pirates because they need everyone.
Anyone will help. Anyone will help. And I saw they said that he can play the corners too, like first and third base.
Yeah.
Maybe you make him play first base sometimes because you have Key Brian Hayes already at third base, who's arguably their best player with Brian Reynolds. I forgot him for like a second. Both All-Stars this year, by the way. No,
Brian Reynolds.
Adam Frazier and Brian Reynolds are All-Stars, not Key Brian.
Oh, Brian Reynolds.
Mhm.
Okay, I heard Ryan Reynolds.
No, Brian.
Yeah, I was like, what? Ryan
Brian
Reynolds.
B-Ray.
B-Ray.
But I mean, that's all I have. I don't really go too too in depth on this because the MLB it's so long.
I do have to say, thinking about this brings memories of Doc Emery, the announcer for hockey. Loved hockey and everything.
Did he retire?
He retired. He was with NBC, and that also brings up another thought here. NBC, I believe, is getting rid of hockey.
They are.
Yes.
Getting rid of the hockey stuff. And
their last broadcast was the Stanley Cup final when Tampa won. And we've known this all for like a little while because it was in the new CBA agreement.
Yeah.
When ESPN and TNT/TBS are going to take over.
Who's going to be taking over? Hold on. Can I hear that again?
ESPN.
Were they the ones that really messed up on the Montreal Canadiens?
No. You want to talk about when they messed up? The hot dog eating contest. You want to talk about championship? We talk about
hot dog eating.
The hot dog.
He broke his record. 76.
Joey Chestnut.
Glizzies.
Joey Chestnut, the ultimate legend.
Got 76 glizzies. Or hot dogs. My man's just like, but they kept putting commercials in it. Like, really?
They had so
minutes.
much interference. ESPN is getting so much crap.
Oh.
And it was horrible because it's 10 minutes and they put commercials because they had technical difficulties. It was like freezing. It was like messing up. So they're like, oh, let's just go to commercial. Maybe it'll fix itself later. They come back from commercial. It's still like that. We're in like the final 5 seconds. It gets down to like 3-2. Like once you get to 3, it pauses, it cuts off, and you can't see him like celebrate or anything. It comes back and he's just like 76 hot dogs is the unofficial score for him. Wow, that he broke his own record, and they're already like, hey, we did it.
And all of a sudden,
reactions right away.
ESPN has lost their touch. They have lost their touch with a lot of stuff. They don't do, and I have to say they don't.
And
like
the thing
soccer,
about ESPN doing
soccer.
hockey, the thing about ESPN doing hockey is they don't even talk about hockey in their talk shows.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what? The only thing I can think of is they think it'll get them more money. That's all they care about, really. I think.
See, the thing about ESPN is it's also slightly annoying because soccer, I actually like watch FS1 and everything, and I like it on there, and they respectfully enjoy the celebrations. But like you get like the ESPN announcer today for the Euro final, and he's just going, and the momentum like 12 times, and England really just let off the momentum here, gave it to Italy, Italy has the momentum now. Italy has the momentum. I'm like, just shut up and talk about the game going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. Lots of topics to get to. I think
Speaking of ESPN, what was on ESPN
there was
today?
something else also on ESPN. Can't remember. What was it?
Wimbledon.
Let me talk about this first.
Championship.
Let
What do
me
you
talk
mean?
about it.
Who
I
won a
was-
six-time
Did you watch about this
champion?
6th or 7th. I think he's
Nick,
3rd
did you watch
in like
this?
the leaderboards. So,
Mhm.
okay,
And let me talk.
he wants
So-
to talk.
Novak Djokovic versus, what was his name?
Berrettini
Berrettini. So
from Italy. Italy tried to go 2 for 2 on the day.
I
So
know. They couldn't do
Berrettini is
it.
from Italy. Djokovic is from like Serbian or something. And Djokovic
Serbia.
lost the first set in a tiebreaker. And then he flew by from there. And I wanted to see his post like speech or whatever after he won.
Oh,
And
I
he
have a
said,
question. I have a
the
question.
train does not stop here. He is going to try to play his best in New York. And you know what that means, Adam, right?
The U.S. Open in end of August is our
He's
next
trying to
Grand
win
Slam
his
tournament.
21st.
He is
Grand
tied
Slam
with
title.
Roger. He is tied with Roger Federer
And
Rafael Nadal. They each have 20
If he
Grand Slam victories. He can go for most
can
all time.
win. And Federer and Nadal could too.
Oh,
And he is younger than both Nadal and Federer.
okay. So, speaking of this, speaking of tennis, here we are, tennis. I believe there was some predictions happening. I believe somebody predicted, last minute predicted. We predicted something. I can't exactly remember. Can you enlighten us on our
Last
Twitter?
minute prediction.
Ah,
We literally said, I'm going to read it verbatim.
mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I'm getting past the trolling the USA men's basketball team because Nigeria beat them.
That was the next topic I was
Okay.
thinking of.
Last minute predictions for men's Wimbledon final. Djokovic wins in 4 sets. What happened? He won in 4 sets. And whoever
We're
was
too good.
controlling,
We're too good.
whoever controls it said after, what can I say? We might just be pretty good at this whole prediction thing.
Oh, this is too good. Too good.
It's at T Steelman, if you want to
T.
follow.
Steelman. Yes. Though I do
Or
have to
just
say,
search up the Steelman.
I was thinking we go over a little bit. Can you enlighten us on what happened in about each set? Can you go over this?
Me?
If
Yeah,
you
let's
want
have
to,
Aaron do it. Let's see if Aaron can do
go
it.
over it.
He
Oh my
watched the
goodness,
whole
I'm
thing.
trying to. I know the first set was 7-6. It ended in a tiebreaker. Nick, did you see this?
7
No,
7
you're
to
enlightening
4
me.
was.
I was the only one who saw this because Adam was,
It was. I know those scores. It was 7 to 3 or 7 to 4. I think it's 7 to 4 in the tiebreak. But
first set. It was 7 to. I can't.
Berrettini came
back.
back from 5 to 2. Djokovic was leading, and he came back to
then
win 7 to 6 the
Djokovic
first set.
Won the first 4 sets of the next one, and then Berrettini started. Djokovic came down.
4 games,
Berrettini
not
started to
sets.
get up, and then finally Djokovic got one. Do you know what, Adam? It was 6 to.
6 to 4. The next 2 sets,
Mhm.
sets 2 and 3 were both 6 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the fourth set, I don't want to say he flew by it, but he was doing pretty good. And
Yep.
He won that
Our
6 to
predicting skills
3,
are just too good.
and Berrettini lost it
Mhm.
on he hit the net. And it
I
wasn't
saw
like
that. And then
the last
then
point wasn't
Novak fell backwards, and it was like
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
watching the
Like,
whole
just-
thing.
even after 20 wins, he's already he's still. But that's gotta be a bad way. Like Djokovic didn't use all his. I mean, I guess he placed it for Berrettini, but he hit the net on the last point, and it's like, oh, you hit the net, but that happens good bit. But they were both placing it. There was this one for Berrettini. They were going back and forth, and he placed it in the back corner. That's like the one point
Holy
I
crap!
think
Adam,
is probably the
did
best
you see
one
the
out of the
highlights?
whole thing.
Djokovic actually, it was like he hit one, and then Berrettini hit it, and then Djokovic ran and he placed it like mid like side, and then oh my goodness, it was so good. I watched that live.
Well,
I was able to watch the replay on ESPN.
going from a great
for the parts I
final
missed.
to a not so good moment in U.S. basketball men's history, losing to Nigeria, 90-87. Am I correct about that?
Yes, but here our Steelman Twitter is just trolling right now.
Oh, and they have Durant. Who do we have? Mboyo, Tinham. What?
Come on.
Bradley Neal. Who the heck is this USA team? I only
Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum. Oh my gosh, that's like. And then the Steelman says, "This is the best one. Who's beating the starting five? Nigeria. ...
Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny.
I don't know. They like trolling apparently.
Okay, so I know the aspect of USA good at basketball, but I mean, my aspect of it is that I think we need to see a different country win a gold medal this year for the Olympics in basketball. To be fairly honest with you, I think this could be the year that USA doesn't win it.
They're gonna say you're for treason. Don't get treason. USA, USA, USA.
I'm rooting for USA, but I'm just saying it's just kind of like USA blows everybody out of the water, and it's kind of good to see that now some teams are starting to pick up and start to really play with them.
The Dallas Mavericks star, I forget his name, and he led his team to qualify for the Olympics for the first time. I know it. I just
Djokovic.
Did you say Mavericks?
No, wait, that's Utah Jazz. That's the MVP.
Jokic. It's Luka Doncic. That's it.
Oh, Luka Don. Yeah, I know who. Yes.
Slovenia.
Yes.
He led his team to qualify for the Olympics for the first time. Thought that was pretty
I'm coming in with
impressive.
An update here. Yep. Suns are losing 70-77.
Oh, made it close, making it close. We are going to end, and we got to watch the end of this.
Oh,
it's going to be epic final.
Well, is there anything else anybody wants to talk about? I believe there was a couple more things. Something about Chiefs player.
Jail. He went to jail.
Yeah, I think that was the last topic we wanted to cover here.
He faces up to 3 years in prison.
I heard that he had a Uzi in his Lambo. Just that sentence alone.
I don't even really know what an Uzi
in a Lambo.
Uzi. What's an Uzi? How do you spell
it? UZI. It's one of those like mini handheld long mag short stock.
Yeah,
yeah, an Uzi.
Yeah, okay, that's
yeah.
That's something you see in Call of Duty, you know.
It's an automatic. Why? What like? Why?
I mean, you can do it. I mean, it's just
ridiculous. And the reason why a lot of this stuff happens is a lot of the football players now that are professional in like USA get taught football is life. Nothing else out of it can affect you. And I think that's the worst mentality to have. And I think they think
they're immune to everything.
Yeah, they think they're immune to everything except for something in football, which is now starting to show that people are starting to get called out for it. And I think there needs to be a change now.
Yeah, so he's being charged with felony possession of an assault weapon and faces up to 3 years in prison.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Don't know if that'll happen, but...
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. I believe... Okay, well, we'll just get that later. I believe Aaron had a question for me. He was forgetting something yesterday. Do you remember it?
Fedora? The fedora?
Something. Did he forget? Did he? Do you not?
Oh
did
my
you not
gosh,
remember
not again, Aaron.
Well,
We'll have to try next time.
we'll have to try next
73
time.
to
Thank you guys
82.
for watching. Make sure that
Steel
subscribe button
man.
is.
Still.
Hit that subscribe button. Make sure it's white, not red. Hit that bell notification and make it to all so you get all podcasts when they come out. You don't want to miss it. And remember, everybody, stay still strong.
Still
See you in the
strong.
next one. Peace.
Steel man.
See you, man.
Steel man.